This is in response to a friend of mine who asked what was on my pedal board, and I may just go ahead and release this to everybody. I don't care. Nothing special here, but I'll explain what each pedal is. If you can see them in the video, I don't know if you can. I'll point at things with my feet and then turn them on and let you hear what they sound like and what they do. To start off, all of this over here on this side is not even hooked up. There's an on-off switch, a Dunlop Crybaby, a Trio, and then another on-off switch. Stuff that I haven't used and probably won't use anytime soon. But the first thing is the Boss chromatic tuner. Everybody knows what that does. You tune up. I don't know if you can see the lights moving around on it, but as you tune, you can get a green light. That means you're in tune. The nice thing about these is you can hit the bypass tune up without anybody else hearing you tune, and then kick it back in and it's on. The next thing in line is this Morley. It's an old Morley light activated Wawa volume pedal. I've only seen these for a very short amount of time, back in the 70s, I think it was, maybe early 80s. But as it is, most of the time, it's just a volume pedal. And then if you need a Wawa, hit the switch. So that's a wah. Next in the signal chain, mostly for single coil pickups like the Stratocaster, the Telecaster, those kind. It's a compressor, and it has a boost built in, so this is the clean sound. Compressing basically takes the highs and the lows off and kind of compresses the signal into more of a mid-range. The next thing is a tube screamer. It's a TS-10, and as I'm told, Stevie Ray Vaughan went from TS-9s to TS-10s for the last 3 years of his life and loved them the best. So for some crazy reason, this $85 pedal is going up in value every day, and I hardly ever used mine for, like, I don't know, 15 years. So it's spotless, brand new, no scratches, nicks. But it does the tube screamer thing. Next in the signal chain is a Zen Drive. It's kind of an overdrive similar to the Tube Screamer. It's got a little bit more contouring control. I might have it turned up a little too much. Kind of a grittier, guttier kind of a sound to it with the boost in. There. Next in line is a flanger. It's a digital flanger. It does the flanging thing. It does it adequately. I don't like it as much as my old flanger, but my old flanger died, so this is the one I have now. So think of a rotating speaker that, or a record where you're laying your finger on the turntable and speeding it up and slowing it down and giving it kind of a swishy tone. That's what a flanger does. Next thing is a chorus, but it doesn't work real well. I'm going to have to get another one. Switch won't kick in too often, so kind of got to play with it. The idea is it splits the signal, delays one side of the signal just a little bit to make it sound like two guitars. This is a CE5, and I'm going to get rid of it, probably get a CE2 or a 1, one of the early ones that kind of gets that 80s chorus sound a little better than this. But this was available when I needed one, and I got it, and it will die hopefully soon enough. So it really, you hardly ever hear it. You don't ever see me using it. So, but it's on the board, so there it is. Next thing is probably the one pedal I've had longer than any other pedal, although this is the third one that I've had. The Mxr Phase 90. Again, it's a rotating speaker, sounds similar to a flanger. This is a phaser. Phase 90 I got back in the 70s. I traded a Gibson EBO bass for it. Now those basses are worth about $2,000 in the collector's market. This is still worth about $80, brand new. So, but it does its thing. It has a sound. Next thing is a Hall of Fame Mini, and all it is it's got like 200 different reverb sounds that you can dial in with your iPhone. This one in particular is set to one of the Robin Ford. And it's just a simple reverb. That's all it is. And up above it, I've got the full version of the Hall of Fame. I got it and I've not plugged it in yet. Figured I'd put one on one board and one on another. Next thing in the chain is a super trem. It's a tremolo for amplifiers that don't have tremolo. The Marshall TSL 100 that I have doesn't have any kind of tremolo, nor does the other amp that I'm using, the Blues Junior, at the time. I do have a super reverb that has tremolo, but it's rarely out of the case. So when you need trim, you got to have trim. So kick it in, and then there's your trim. Feature where it can be a little bit softer. It still has trim, but it's kind of have to listen for it. Now, the signal chain goes into the Jam Man looper. It's this big blue pedal thing here. What I mostly use it for is recording loops that I can play along with and bore every possible person I can with these silly videos that I do. But the other nice thing is you have 3 different kinds of reverb built into it, and you can program it however you want it to be. And in this case, it's kind of like a digital delay. On the first channel, it's just a reverb. Second channel, it's more of a slapback. The third one is an actual like digital delay, like an Echoplex kind of thing. And that's the pedal board. There's an AB pedal over there, and then another pedal for switching things in and out between amplifiers or guitars or however you want to do it, but I'm not using those. I might make mention that right now I am playing the 82 Stratocaster. It's a Squire, so it's a Japanese-made Strat, but this was before Japan really started making Stratocasters for Fender, and they didn't have any parts, so Fender sent them all the parts to make Stratocasters from America, so it's all American parts assembled in Japan. So I have an 82 Fender Stratocaster. If I turn the camera over a little bit, maybe I can get this zoomed out enough. Raise it up. That's a mid-90s Les Paul standard. I got it used and I've loved it since I got it. And the JCM 2000 Super Lead that a lot of people love to hate. Let's see if I can straighten this camera up. Okay. Mostly because they had problems with their circuit board inside, and they were cooking tubes, and it was, plus guitar players are guitar players, they're not rocket scientists, so anything with a lot of knobs on it scares them, so people kind of shy away from it. When it works right, it works in fantastic. It's got a beautiful clean tone. Right now I'm on the clean channel. And then behind it, facing the other way, is a Fender Blues Junior. As clean as I can set it, and it's got a nice sound to it. So there you have it. The triple super lead is basically 3 amplifiers built into one. You got a lead channel, a crunch channel, and a clean channel. And essentially the clean channel is a basic old school Marshall like they always made them. Loud, obnoxiously loud, but it has a wonderful clean sound. I have, for most of my life, I've had a JCM 900 that you can't get a clean sound out of it to save your life. So this fits that bill. It's clean, and then you can kick in the lead channel or the crunch channel depending on how you want to be, and get totally different tones. So it's like 3 amps in one box. And I got it reasonably because it needed a board swap. I bought the board, and it's for sale. It's a beautiful amp, but it's for sale. Everything I've got's for sale. So there you have it. That's the rig rundown of a nobody named John Barry. If you have any other questions, please leave them in the comment. No. Send me an email or a text or a PM, and I'll be happy to talk to you. And if you have any suggestions for what you think I ought to get, because everybody has gas and we need to acquire stuff. That's it. Thanks.